afternoon, everyone, and welcome to COEHP TV. I am Dr. Tara Redmond, and today I have a very special guest with me. We have Miss Victoria Davis, who is currently working as a cancer epidemiologist at the Georgia Department of Community Health in Atlanta. Victoria, welcome to our station.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Wonderful to have you. Well, right now, we're very excited to have you return back to the campus for this special occasion. We know you've just spoken to our students about your current position as a cancer epidemiologist, and we're very excited for you. Right now, could you tell us, how has the health science program prepared you for your current position as a cancer epidemiologist?
Well, I would say that being in the health science program here, a lot of classes that I took undergrad, it was kind of reflected in my graduate program. Classes like epidemiology, and it really helped to kind of set the foundation for my master's program as well as my career. So, and even classes like behavioral science and community health and school health, a lot of those classes, I may not have taken them in grad school, but some of the themes such as writing a paper, going out interning, volunteering, and things like that, it helped me in my graduate studies and also as an epidemiologist.
Wonderful. And for those of you in the audience that do not know or may not be familiar with the science of epidemiology, Ms. Davis, could you actually define epidemiology for us?
I can. Basically, my simple terms for epidemiology is the study of diseases. I think that's the easiest way to tell people, because most people think that I'm a skin doctor.
Right.
So we basically study diseases, and more specifically study of epidemics. Any disease that happens to Georgia, since I am in Georgia. We look at, like she said, I'm a cancer epidemiologist, so I look at cancer.
Right.
And so we have different, epidemiologists for diabetes, any of your notifiable diseases. So what we do is we basically try to determine how much, which is the prevalence, how much occurs in the population, and to try to determine how to decrease those numbers, if not eradicate them altogether if we can. And so my job and other epidemiologists' job is very important, because to me, it's the foundation of public health, right, because public health is to help other people. So by having us there, we give you the numbers and saying, okay, it's, the incidence of this disease is this, and this is too high, so we need to decrease it. So it's very important.
Okay. And we're aware that there are various types of cancers that are out there. We're familiar with lung cancer, breast cancer, cervical cancer. What particular cancer specifically are you conducting your research on and gathering data about it within the state of Georgia?
Well, I look at prostate cancer and colorectal cancer.
Okay.
Those are the primary two that I work with, but I also help others on different projects that they're doing. Currently, we're looking at tobacco-related cancers, and so that's cancers, lung cancer, cervical cancer, what other cancers? It's a whole spectrum of cancers that we're looking at. So although I am responsible for developing reports for those two, prostate and colorectal, I do work with other ones, just maybe not as intensive.
Okay. Well, thinking back to your days here at Columbus State University as an undergraduate student majoring in health science, could you tell us what specific experiences you had, perhaps with your professors during advising, or perhaps in volunteer experiences? Tell us what maybe sparked your interest in the field of epidemiology. Okay.
Well, I would say my first introduction to epidemiology was in your class, of course, in epidemiology. And it was very interesting to me because I was able to kind of bridge medical science with population science, because, being a cancer epidemiologist, I should, and I have to know about the mechanism of cancer and how it, manifests in the body and how it manifests in different people. So that would be kind of the medical aspect, but also to determine, okay, well, what population is actually, has this disease more, or is there a disparity in this population? And so I would say that taking that class, the epidemiology class, like I said earlier, it kind of laid the foundation.
Okay.
And so, and also being at Columbus State, being in the health science program, I was, and a lot of my peers, we were introduced to so many opportunities as far as volunteering, as far as just being a part of the community.
Right.
And so I've worked with the National Kidney Foundation through working with being in the health science program and being a member of Eta Sigma Gamma, the Health Education Honor Society. And so being in these positions, it allowed me to kind of understand the need for volunteering and, developing relationships. Because working with the National Kidney Foundation,
Absolutely.
I've worked with Mr. Riley for about 5 or 6 years now. And so, just developing those relationships over a period of time and these people that they know so much, and so you being there to kind of rub off on them, and them you rub off on them, and them rub off on you is great.
Absolutely. Now tell us about your internship experiences, and did you have any opportunities to travel internationally to, again, help broaden your understanding of public health or what you're doing now in community health?
I have. I went to an internship in my graduate Project Imhotep, and that internship kind of continued my fascination and passion in public health, because I was able to work with women with HIV, and you can kind of see the need for public health professionals. And then once I graduated, I also went to Guyana on a mission trip, Guyana, South America. And it was amazing because some of the things that we take for granted over here,
Absolutely.
Is so important to them. Just something simple as an air condition or, something.
Clean water.
Clean water, exactly.
Absolutely.
And so being able to interact with them and to help them, it kind of inspires you to do more and to want to do more and to improve on your skills. And so being in South America, it showed me the importance of public health as well as, the practice of medicine as well, because, we saw about 400 to 500 people in a week's time. And that was waking up at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, not going home until 6 or sometimes later. So it really shows you the importance and some of the things that we take for granted. And it makes you a better person.
Absolutely.
Because you realize that it's you're so small, and it makes you want to be the best person that you could be and to impact as many people as you can.
Okay, well, my last question for you as we prepare to conclude this interview is, what are some pearls of wisdom that you would leave to our current health science majors and perhaps even our potential majors in the future in terms of how to prepare for graduate school, why major in health science, and some of the neat things you can do with health science if you have the passion for public health or for population health to improve what we can. Our program focuses on environmental health, community health, cancer prevention. We do a lot, school health. Exactly. And so tell us your pearls of wisdom in terms of how to prepare someone for the future.
Exactly. I would say one of the most important things that I've learned throughout my time being at Columbus State and as well as Florida A&M, and that's where I received my master's, is that to always build connections.
Absolutely.
Always, especially with your professors, because it's so important to have that person behind you, backing you up. And so I think that's one important thing, is just to become friends with your professor and to always know that they're there to help. They're, for your uplifting and for your success. And I will also say to be involved in things like, Eta Sigma Gamma, the Honor Society, because when I started Eta Sigma Gamma, we were the babies. And so it was nice to see how it has developed and to just participate in all kind of volunteer, not just health. If you're interested in a particular subject, it may be feeding the homeless. Just volunteer, and make it fun. And also, another big thing is internships. It's very important because it gives you it gives you that foundation, and it gives you those fundamentals that you may need in your career. And it has helped me tremendously. And to always just, like I told the students earlier, just to be confident in what you do, and, just know that something that you do may seem small. It may seem so small, but to somebody else it could be so big.
Absolutely.
And to never give up.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, Ms. Davis, for returning to our campus and for joining us today on COEHP TV. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And we want you to tune in again to our station here on campus. Thank you very much for your time, and we wish you the best.